Good evening and welcome to the Crossy Cast channel. This is Crossy here with you, surprise, surprise, and we are underway with some more action, the second week of season 36. Sticking with EU, which seems to be the way things are going, and we are squaring off in a main game between Fury Global and VRTX Esports. Fury Global sitting on a 1-2 score so far. And VRTX looking to put their first dub on the board, sitting 0-2 currently. Interesting to see how these two teams square off against each other, and completely accidental this time rather than selfishness on my part, but we're on my favourite map again on Train. A little pause right to kick things off, so I guess a little technical issue that cropped up. One player or two players I think did end up disconnecting on the... I think it was on the VRTX side, so maybe they've got a few issues that they're trying to iron out before we get into this game, but we can expect to see it back underway. Pause time cancelled, and we're into the first round. Fury Global sitting on the... As my voice completely gives way on me, which is always good fun. At least we're well through the game. Oh, wait, we haven't even started. There's going to be Fury Global on the CT side, making their way over towards the main area. Zek just hanging around. The timing in towards B. In the meantime, VRTX Esports able to yam down the bomb plant straight away. VRTX might have a nice position here coming in from behind, gets one straight away. Looking on the angle towards Jackpot, and he sees him before Jackpot manages to spot him, gets a second chance to try and swing towards a third possible kill. Zanov's doing some good work for Fury as he comes in, leaving Quantium. He's found one, he's tapping away, he's found a second. I thought, no, it's my coming in. And it's going to be Quantium through the smoke, finds Zek. And that is going to be a 1-0 score on the board for the T side. Unfortunately, a little bit of me messing around and getting into the game and a little bit of auto-director, we missed the play onto A main, able to get in completely unabated and stick the plant down. Let's see if we can keep on board with them and see if they go for the same kind of setup. Again, Quantium with the AK in hand. He got himself a hat-trick in the first round. Taken out straight away, though, and that AK should be safe enough as teammates start to converge on it. Going back to the A side, which works supremely well. Jackpot using his headset to good effect. Here's Zanoj coming in from behind and able to pick him up. Grabs himself a nade as well. It's my down to 13 points of health and found straight away, traded out instantly. And I think he had the information on a player up towards Nest, so any opportunity to use that again later on in the game, I mean, it still will be there, but you know, if you show intent towards Nest early dawn or early doors, then you know, chance are you got to get a bit of attention going your way. Fan Up Rocket does some good work as he finds Zek walking in from hell. Got a player up close and personal to him, which I don't think he's realised yet, but Jackpot able to swing, picking up his third of the round towards that player that was in towards Ivy with the scout in hand. Probably would have got traded out straight away if he did manage to make the shot on Jackpot with his teammate right there alongside him. And things looking pretty comfortable in the early stages out towards A main, which is worrying signs. But pistols and against upgraded weapons and AKs, certainly nothing to write home about as they catch plenty of utility here. The VRTX side. Quantium, though, good work as he finds Fuser straight away out from Pop, I think that was. We're on board with Jackpot at the moment, and it seems to be that the hat-trick hero over these last couple of rounds is tasked with going to try and make some entries in from A main, and why not? Feeling confident, hitting their straps early. You know, a little bit of confidence like that, it's the perfect time to go and commit and peek a couple of angles. Even if you lose a player going for that, you will have the numbers advantage when you try and hit either of the bomb sites, at least for a short period until the rotate comes in. Zek trying to do some good work up close, finds one, but he's traded out straight away. VRTX now making his way in to help his teammates out. Jackpot, nice work with the AK. And he got a LeBron James with the nade that went up in that direction as well. Undo finds Zekon from behind. I think that may be Undo's first frag. Make it a second for him as well. I he has picked up a third at some point, maybe in the skirmish of that first push onto the bomb site, round number 1. Here comes then VRTX Esports. 3-0 lead. AWP for Fanat Rocker. See where he takes that. Not going to try and send any angles. Throwing some utility over towards main. Nundo first down the steps, down the ramp. What a shot that is from Zek, who is traded out instantly by Quantium, who had the AK. Undo just trying to use the MAC-10 to good effect. 200% kill bonus with that gun to begin with. Plus, if you can get yourself deep into the site, may cause real problems for the rotate to come in. In the end, Fury traded that out nicely to give themselves an opportunity to retake here. Quantium, he's getting pushed from both angles from upper. Fanat Rocker gets one in the meantime with the AWP. Nice work from Itzmai, making it interesting. Gonna need him to work as well up against the AWP. Maybe a little exposed out on the move as we see the battle here. Fanat Rocker against Fuser, who's grabbed himself an AK. I mean, he's got the potential to get the kill. Falls away just far enough. Tempted to go for the frag and to hunt. Plenty of guns dropped on both sides. You can guarantee that Fury Global, even with that max loss bonus, are going to feel that just a little bit more, especially with a bomb plant. Plenty of money available in the VRTX Esports account for the next couple of rounds. Probably buy for another round, maybe 2, depending on bomb plants, regardless of what happens, but they seem to be in the driving seat so far. That's real tough for Fury. Aside from the first round, they've always been behind on money. So just in terms of firepower and utility power, Fanat Rocker with the AWP manages to find Zek in the meantime as Fuser goes up top. Tries to get a bit of information, maybe has to trade that out. But no such luck as Quantium. Certainly the man of the hour, some of the shots that he's been making, unable to deal with the player, Itzmai, I think, or Itzmai, sorry, who moved in towards Underhell. Zekon with the AK finds one. Chance to maybe grab another couple if they go in one at a time, but instead down he goes. Undo with one, Quantium with another, over from Electric Box, waiting for the player to strafe out. VRTX Esports take a 5-0 lead on a tear on Train here, T-side so far. As I mentioned at the start, and I've mentioned pretty much every time I cast Train, Train is my favourite map by a mile. It is an absolute nightmare for you on CT side if your setup isn't right. I think Fury's issue is less of a setup thing and more of a just not having the facilities available. Zekon up top, able to find Itzmai as he now makes his way out. Trying to apply pressure on Undo now. Down through the ramp, he's got a frag in towards B. Going to fall away now, that's evened it back up as they try and get the boost here over into Ivy, get some information over the top of the smoke. Nice work from Undo, and this is just a guess, but maybe he's going to wind up being the B player. I say that because if you play a bomb site on CT side, you tend to know all the tricks that will unstick you, as Zekon could be walking into trouble, or he could be walking into a collateral of sorts, and he does get the spray down, tries to transfer across to the third, just didn't have enough bullets left in the clip as Undo comes in from behind now, causing a problem from both bomb sites. Very unlucky that he didn't pick up another on Fuser in from Pop. Tough ask for Fanat Rocker, who could, we can't really blame him for it, could drop the first round of the half. Nice shot though on Zek, reacts to that nicely. He's making his way in towards A, walking into the Lion's Den where his opponent is there slowly waiting as the plant's going to come in. Got zero information, does see something at the edge of his screen, but he's already in midair. At that moment he knew that he effed up. And I'm surprised that he didn't go towards the back of B and try and plant from there. And surely you would think in a 2v1 situation you're going to go a site each. He took out the B guy. Guess maybe thinking that he caught the B guy or one of the B guys making their way in towards A, I guess. That's, I think if I got that B pick, I would have been tempted just to knife out, smash it towards the bomb site. Get the plant down and try and make it to nest if I could. It's my first out, gets VRTX, who's completely flashed, spamming out towards Ivy where the CT player has managed to move through Zekon. So if they're not careful, it could be problems for him. Jackpot trades out Zanosh, who was on the bomb site, and Quantium up top. Needs to be careful that he isn't caught again by the player over towards Hal. They know he's there, and Quantium gets his third, I think. No, sorry, that's his second of the round. There's frags flying everywhere towards this A main area. Drops a flash, allows him to get over onto the cross, maybe just knowing that that player was going to be there. Zek could have actually swung the angle and got shot off towards onto the bomb plant, instead deciding to go passively with the AWP in hand, and very easy for Undo to wait him out. Few Global walk themselves into a mini reset, and VRTX Esports back in the ascendancy. Finances destroyed for Fury. Going to go for a upgraded pistol down to about $2 grand, 2.5. Give them a decent buy ready to go next time out. It's going to be their plan as they make their way. Jackpot again flying solo. Steps out towards main, absorbing all the pressure, looking towards the angles, and Fanat Rocker decides he wants to come in and get involved on the party. VRTX tries to push with the pistol, does get one. Tried out by the AWP, and Fanat Rocker going to try to sit. It's my nice work on Zek in the meantime. The AWP in main, causing a distraction. Fanat Rocker taps away on Fuser as he makes his way in close. He was already lit up though, in towards Pop Dog. Zanosh with the AK, favouring himself to maybe get a crispy little headshot on a guy deciding to strafe across. It's a little confidence builder when you hit shots like that, to be fair. They're pretty much pure fluke, sorry, just fire off a stream of bullets and hope someone runs into it. Nice effort in the meantime from Fanat Rocker with the AWP. Got himself 3, I think, in that round. 2 crucially out towards main. I was going to call out the Fury CT setup and say it wasn't a huge issue really, and it was the economy not working for them that was the problem, but as we seem to keep seeing, VRTX Esports send 1 or 2 players out towards main. Poke themselves out, and they're allowed to get taken down. Undo's done some really good work as well over towards the B side. Much in the same way, just going fast down the ramp. One flash, for example, and catching Fury on their heels. Ismail finds Fuser. Bomb plant over towards the B site. Crucially, a couple of M4s being dropped as well with these frags coming in. It's good penetration from the VRTX guys. Now applying the pressure. Line towards Nest could cause a problem, but that allows Undo to walk all the way through. Pincer action coming in. Now onto Ivy. Undo finds Zek. So from Zek, they're going to try and swing and take him out. Nothing doing, one gun dropped. One M4 saved. One more frag on a tally, and Zekon leading the way for his team. The only one with a positive KDR. Quantium, Undo, and Jackpot all doing good entry fragging work on the VRTX Esports side. So try and swing out towards main again. This time decide against it. Two players in towards Pop as well. I think they're just trying to anti-strat to a point. Stop if there is a player making that way in through main and they get a bit of success, just trying to stop that player from being able to cause enough of a distraction for the one Pop player to look in his direction, allowing a second to drop down the ladder. It's a nice idea, but it just shows the problems that are being caused. Zek gets two. Quantum gets one of his own teammates, and Zek picks up a hat-trick. Upgrade to an AK as well, and Fury Global put their second on the board. From how the game started out, you wouldn't have expected VRTX Esports to be sitting on 0 and 2. But it's still all to play for, and the Russians may struggle a little bit on their CT side of train. Even if they get themselves into double figures, this is far from over. Xenos could be in trouble behind the smoke. I think they're expecting something's awry, and as soon as he launches utility, yeah, that's game over on that front. One player inside the bomb site, you think he may be in trouble, but then Zek was able to absorb pressure nicely and get himself 3 frags from this position before. Undo trades him out straight away. Instead, it's trying to get up close and pushing through. And straight away, they're not satisfied with sitting towards the back of the bomb train and waiting it out from there. They are pushing forward, getting through, trying to face these guys in towards connection, trying to do it in a situation that's favourable for them. Utility coming in. Not trying to hold off long-range angles while CTs have the ability to swing in fast and behind. Smile manages to find Zekon as well, drops him down. Any hope of saving a weapon in towards the next round is gone, and despite Zek having the money to buy, the rest of his team are unable to do so, so it will again be upgraded pistols down to about 2.5 to 3k. I've talked about it plenty of times, but I lament the old days when full eco was the thing. Teams would spend nothing. Zek, don't know how much he really knew about that, but he did find Jackpot in towards main. VRTX pushing close, go try and retrieve an AK as well if possible, and down goes Fanat Rocker. Smoke finds one, though again fast in from Ivy. Smoke for protection, another guy in from behind. Up retrieved, M4 retrieved. It feels a little like Fury is setting their stall out to save those weapons. Like they don't have a whole lot of confidence in themselves. It's my down to 1 HP, Zek down to 14. So to end up in a little ding-dong battle. That's good information. That isn't able to pick up a frag as Quantium. Going to wait for the smoke to dissipate or wait for someone to commit. Instead, he's going to sprint through into toilets and live to fight another day. Just about 35 seconds left to go. Undo going down. Then Quantium with the bomb. Getting chased down. hanging, looking for the frag. I was expecting that he was going to find himself in trouble getting in towards the B site, and he did. The angle was being held. Down he goes. VRTX still in the lead quite comprehensively. They've already won half, 9-3. First time really that VRTX have struggled as far as finances. Wouldn't be surprised to see the MAC-10 smash down the ramp and try and pick up a frag or two. Not afraid to commit somewhere, show somewhere, and it's able to find one. And the MAC-10 should be able to get a frag, and it doesn't. Zanoj manages to turn this around into a double. Jackpot comes down as well, going to get his utility in. And Undo, again, committing. Managing to find one with the Deagle as well. Brings it back to a 2v2 stitch, and this is a winnable situation, but still a tough one against the double AKs. Jackpot grabs whatever gun he can. That utility is a little too deep. He now retrieves an AK. Fury taking a leaf out of the book of their opponents now, getting aggressive and showing themselves further up the VRTX with the one bullet. Jackpot in towards Nest, had the information on the guy really close and able to swing with the AK and find that second frag. Back to winning ways, 10-3, double figures guaranteed. Looking to hammer this home if they can. You see no one in four figures, no one anywhere near four figures on the Fury Global side. If they drop this, it's an all or nothing kind of round. And you know, regardless, even if they have to rebuy 3-4 guns, they are going to struggle. VRTX looking to put a super strong score on the board here first half. Puts huge amounts of pressure then on the pistol round. We see VRTX finds it. He's able to walk all the way through from main to con before anyone challenges him. Another sign that they maybe don't have their angle set quite the way they'd like, and you need to have control of that A main. Otherwise, you will find yourself getting abused there. And my initial call of they're not playing it too badly, they just don't have the economy to support, is maybe a little false. Maybe there are some issues here, some chinks in the armor. We'll just have to wait and see if the Russians, who are unable to put their first round on their first win, sorry, on the board yet, if they're going to suffer the same fate, because they're certainly fragging well. Nice work from VRTX. Gets himself a couple. Yeah, VRTX are certainly fragging well. No problems on that front. Strong, forceful, and committed when they make their way into these bomb sites. How well that translates into CT, we'll have to find out. Maybe apply the pressure, a little bit of a squeeze. Some pushes out from Ivy, for example, may come in as Zekon and Zek. Doing good work. VRTX, one of the two, finds Fanak Rocker in towards main as well. Jackpot will add another one to his pretty decent looking frag tally, I think. His teammate work together, tag team. VRTX coming in from behind. Finds one, position known. Undo with the rifle in hand. All place to find, doesn't even get one. Fury Global bring it back. 10-5, decent recovery, decent score after how that first half was at least starting out. So thank you very much for joining me if you're jumped on for this game. This is Crossy of the Crossy Cast channel. Really appreciate having you guys with me. Trying to get 4 or 5 ESEA games in a week for season 36, which is a little bit of a grind, but it's got to be done. Plenty of action to see. Mostly going to be in EU, but a little bit of North American stuff in the mix as well. And if you want to keep in the loop with that, feel free to drop a follow on the channel, and you'll be able to get me on Twitter as well, on socials. And I'll leave that up on the screen for you at the conclusion of this game for a little while, so you can follow me up. I won't just be working on my own channel. There will be other things coming up with other organisations, other leagues, working with other casters, that sort of thing. And that may end up being on their own channels. So Twitter is the best way to keep in touch with everything I'm doing on Counter-Strike going into 2021 and beyond. Fury, strong work again. It's the push into the A main and towards the bomb site that's working well for these guys on the pistol. Two scouts and Deegs for VRTX. So they're going with up against the AKs, Galils and a UMP. Retrieve a couple of those AKs and that could cause real problems. VRTX doing some good work. Quantium trades back with the scout. Zekon trades it back again. Quantium tries to show himself. No such luck there. Fury again sticking to A, sticking to what works. Why not? Planet Rocker, the scouts. Mightier than the AKs. Looks like this is going to be a save. Let's keep hold of the scout, carry it through. Fury Global in the meantime bring themselves to within 3. Just bring themselves to within 2 here, keeping both of the AKs through into the next round. Third AK purchased as well on their side. You see the route back into this, it's not hard. Win this next one, which you'd probably expect looking at the split of the weapons. Win the next full buy versus buy. Force VRTX onto another eco. Back to 10-all. Not quite in the driving seat yet, but opportunities there. Planet Rocker seeing the push out towards A main, calling that in. It's my gets one. Zekon and Fuse, it does some good work with the AKs. Quantium though with the dig. Zekon trading it straight back. It's almost like a game of deathmatch into this open bomb site. Planet Rocker and Undo try and make a hero retake if they can. Fuse of the bomb planter. Did catch a bullet from the scout, and Undo able to get a second as well. It's 2v1 in favour, which is instantly brought back to a 1v1. Undo, one of the stronger fraggers. I think Zekon's got an idea where it's coming from. So close, that could be a huge round if Undo had brought that one home. Could be Undo, of course. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? So you haven't had my coffee. Haven't had my after work, before cast coffee. After eventually fixing my coffee machine over the weekend, which is very much a relief. I'm surprised I'm not smashing the thing, but not literally smashing it, but making lots of coffees with it. But we'll go with Undo for the rest of this. Out towards B ramp. They are stealing his approach a little bit. He's able to push through, gets 3 actually. Finds Zanos pushing through. VRTX pretty much runs past him. He's got 4. Unbelievable stuff. You can tell he's not very happy about tanking the clutch last round out. Played that to perfection, and Glad that one of my predictions came true. Thinking that maybe he would be the B player, and you see exactly that. Some of the moves that he's making out towards ramp, getting out fast and getting out early. As he knows what would maybe unstick him, plays that to perfection, kind of like playing the crack in the wall on Cobble. Felt a little bit like that how he played it. And using the smoke, waiting for players to jump over the top of you. Vanat Rocker, Quantium and Jackpot in the meantime doing some good work, finding some frags. So I get Zek. And if anything, the push in towards A that time around was a little more committed from Fury Global than VRTX. To begin with, anyway. More players showing themselves in more angles when they can get caught out and taken out. Which has its advantages, of course. If you get success, you've got your players there ready to commit before anyone can come in and rotate on you. The contrast, VRTX Esports sending one player out to try and make that happen. There's a guy inside towards Pop that can come in and chip in if needs be. But that player isn't successful as Undo grabs another 4-man. Cheeky little George from the top of the bomb train. If you only lose that one player and they get nothing doing in towards the bomb site and you want to push in towards B, for example, which is kind of how they worked it if they didn't get a frag. You've still got 4 players going into 1 or 2 and you're forcing them to have to retake. Contrast that round, Fury just run out of manpower. Okay, he's in hand. Undo. Now back to his old trick, showing aggression. Already finds one as Fury try and get something going in towards main, perhaps. We're going to see them commit quite fast to this. They're going to have to because they know there's going to be a guy coming in behind them from Pop. Zanos, see, he's out. He needs to work fast. And in the end, he finds himself in trouble as 2 players come in. Undo manages to get one. I think he had ESEA for company as well. Both of them going down. But the damage was already done by that point. Zek, nice work finding Jackpot. I think we were talking about earlier, just lay a stream of bullets and let them run into it. Maybe he wasn't expecting the second guy to come straight after, but like any good team, VRTX Esports know to refrag. Full spend against pistols instead of forcing for everything they've got. Fury basically playing for the draw here now unless they're able to make something happen. Jackpot finds Zanoj again showing, but it's a little too disjointed now. The push comes out towards main. But information coming in. ESEA gets the man there without anyone falling down in the main area. Quantium now able to swing back towards the angle that he left, knowing that his teammate had everything under control. Nice and comfortable. Undo puts another kill on his numbers. Couple of Georges over towards B side. Plus a bit of controlled aggression on T side that worked out quite well, especially over towards the B site. His site, as it turns out. Last roll of dice for Fury Global may be full. AK spend. Couple out towards Pop. Full commit towards Pop. Actually 3 out from there and they are on their way. Quantium though, without any real pressure coming in from behind, can try and sit and wait and allow them to come. Gets one before he's traded out. Jackpot now sitting under Nest. Undo comes in and he's wrapped in from behind. He's got one from there already. Swings over towards Zek. And towards main this time. VRTX doing some good work up on top of the bomb train. Swinging around, picking up frags, picking up headshots. And Rocker going to try and use the element of surprise. Ooh. Winnable situation. If he'd managed to sneak through, he had a player looking in the complete opposite direction, would have got the frag from there, maybe could have swung. And if he has to fluke a pistol headshot, could have brought it home for the lads. Fury Global on the easier side for economy, so even though most weapons, or 3 weapons, so most, for a team of 5, that works. Most weapons need to be repurchased. They're able to make it happen. Undo. Again, he's been the man to beat. Quantium as well as impressed with the fragging ability that he's displayed in this game. And it's my great foil tending to pop up at times when the opponents are distracted. The delay push from behind. You see Jackpot looking behind all the way. And they've made their way in towards the bomb site. 4v2 against. Jackpot gets one. The second tries to go on the push. Down he goes. Little smoke to fan the flames. And it is going to be 16-9. So a spirited attempt at a comeback from Fury Global, to be fair to them. And I maybe wasn't expecting them to pull it back in quite the way that they did. But a decent start on the second half. And yeah, they were showing they were able to make some things happen. In terms of a summary, though, I think it was really good stuff from VRTX to begin with. I liked the way that they played it out towards T side. You know, showing a bit of solo aggression in towards A main and in towards B. More than a few times, able to catch a B player unawares and one guy being able to take out 2 and open up the bomb site. That is pretty strong stuff to be able to pull that kind of thing off. And you know, it was good work from Fury to make it interesting and to try and mount a bit of a comeback. But it felt like they were a little too disjointed on their T approach. On Train, you know, that does happen. You know, a lot of teams, I think, understand the concept of being able to defend the A bomb site in particular on CT side. And, you know, teams at this kind of level that are playing main probably know it well enough that they're not going to get absolutely trounced in that area. But there are sometimes some holes that can be exploited. And I think that showed a little bit from both teams, actually, as far as how they set up on CT. But one was certainly in the driving seat when it came to T side. We're able to put enough rounds on the board, and as is so often the case, when you do get yourself to double figures, it makes, 1, the pistol round super important, and 2, it doesn't give you any real opportunities to slip up. Thank you very much for watching anyway, guys. That was a good game. Thoroughly enjoyed watching it. I'm seeing plenty of action on Train at the moment, which is certainly something that I am glad of, and hopefully for you guys seeing a map that is lesser played is going to be an interesting one for you as well. I'm going to be around a lot this week. I'm taking tomorrow off to go and get a few bits of admin, etc. done. Plus fix things that are falling apart in my house more than anything else, which is always good fun. And hashtag first world problems, does that fit here? Yeah, I guess it probably does. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, slated to grab some games. We've got, if everything goes to plan, and this is literally the first game since Season 36 has started that hasn't changed, and we've been able to watch the one that I planned. But if everything works out, got another main game on Wednesday, a couple of EU advanced games Thursday, Friday, and with any luck, over the weekend, maybe had to grab some NA stuff or a couple of late fixtures, whatever looks interesting. But it's pretty much a free schedule. By the way, unlikely that other people are going to be watching this that are playing for other teams in ESEA EU, but on the off chance, if you guys want your team to be featured, then let me know. I'll try and make it work on the schedule, and I will absolutely be looking to favour teams that outreach us on social media and give us retweets and that sort of thing when we do cover their games. So I think over the time we may get some favourites that appear on the regular on the stream, but none set just yet. Thank you very much for watching this. This has been Crossy on the CrossyCast channel. It's been another fun one. Catch you on Wednesday.